What episode number is the game, Miguel? 20?
I don't know.
21?
45.
45. 41, the answer to life.
That's the number of presidents.
47.
Is it 47?
Or 42. I think it's 42.
Yeah, I think it's 42.
Episode number 19, we think. Don't quote me on that.
Pretty sure it is.
I think it's episode 19. I don't know. The
Episode
problem is
19.
with this software, half the time I put in the episode number, I go live, I go back to YouTube, and it still says captioned, "Welcome to our live stream." Like it doesn't update it anyways. I have to go back in there and retroactively update it to the episode number. Very annoying.
First world problems.
First world problems.
Yep.
Agreed. So, we want to talk about this this game that is the best in the world. Supposedly, I deeply question it.
It's the most
Having not played it,
apparently none of you played it.
It sounds
but
like fake news.
It's currently the most hyped game.
The hype game, like as a hype man behind it.
It's the most
What?
hyped game currently right now. So if none of you know anything about it,
I
I
never even
know
heard of it
Steve.
until now.
it is a game made by independent developers. The founding guy was a developer at Ubisoft. He decided to make a game loosely based on his favorite franchise of all time, Final Fantasy. So he wanted to make a turn-based game, turn-based RPG. Um, what I found interesting about this is like he started very small. He actually got people off of Reddit, like other developers, 3D designers off of Reddit. He kind of like did interviews. I think they made it over the course of like 5 to 8 years. I think they've been working on this. Um, the one of the other super hyped up things about this is the audio soundtrack. That's another person that they found on SoundCloud, I believe is the name of the app. So
yeah.
like he just kind of like patchworked his team together, and they made this incredible game. Beautiful looking game, very interesting storyline. They took turn-based RPG and they put their own little spin on it and made it new and exciting again.
It's like a parry
Um,
system, right?
Parry or dodge system. So like
Yeah.
as I'm sure you all know, turn-based is usually just RNG generated either hits or dodges, parries, etc. This one, it kind of takes you out of the turn-based where it's still turn-based, but kind of makes it action style without like the annoying stuff that like Final Fantasy started doing in the later years. Where you just time your attack, and there's different ways to do it. You like visually just look at like where the attack's coming from. um there's also like audio you can listen to the movements, but what's fun about it is kind of like Elder Scrolls or Dark
Souls
Souls.
based games.
The Souls based games is the same thing. You recognize a pattern, but they do so many feints in this game, right? Where like they look like the attack, so that you do the parry, but then they'll do like another thing. Like it's interesting and it's fun, right? Like each character, each enemy is different. They all have their different types of attacks, magical, physical type things, and so far it's incredibly fun to play. Very fascinating story.
Miles does not
So
sound like he's a fan.
Yeah. Miles is doing an
I,
attack pattern right now.
It's
I
like
got
you spend all your time playing this, you leave me alone in a cage while
You
you
pay no
play for
attention
hours.
to me.
So this is the game that you were playing when you and I met up last Friday.
yes. Actually, I like just turned it on right when you got there, so I
Uh,
didn't even get to play it. But yeah,
okay, yeah,
I did have it up on the TV.
because actually, if you have the Xbox Game Pass, it's actually free for computer and for the Xbox.
Yeah,
Um,
so there's a reason I bought it on PlayStation because it is an independent developer. I want them to. I don't mind supporting, especially smaller companies that put out a stellar product. So I actually purposely, I knew it was free, but I purposely bought it on PlayStation. One, I like playing stuff on PlayStation, preferred over Xbox or PC when it comes to single player games. But I also wanted to support the developer
Mm, aren't you
Oh.
cool?
They
because
apparently posted a music
think
video
about
2
this,
days
right?
ago.
All the things that Miguel hates about developers. There's no battle pass. There's no
Mm.
add-on content. There's
I
nothing
don't
you can
mind
do
add-on
paywall.
content. Like fair, I don't I just think
Yeah.
MTX and stupid cosmetic payments is Fucking
But
stupid, but
basically, you get
Oh,
the
like the
entire
Turtles?
game. You pay, yeah, like you
Mhm.
pay for the game, you get everything. Kind of like old school game. Back in the day, you buy the game, you got everything. Everything that was in the game was in the game, and that's what they did here. So our big names developers gonna look at this and see the success from this
no.
and try to replicate it, or are they just gonna continue with the
I
bullshit that
I,
most
I am
gamers
sure
hate
I,
nowadays?
I am sure right now they probably are in secret talks to acquire that company and mess it up. Because I really look at Miguel's face and he probably saying the same thing. Because you know what's gonna happen, right? They're gonna turn around, they're gonna give him like an estimated $1 billion for the or company or a few hundred
Which
million.
company though? Ubisoft.
So, no, I'm not. I'm saying that is an independent. The when he's talking about the 33,
Yes.
it's an
It's independent.
independent. It's an independent game developer. I'm
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
right now that a Sony, Xbox, even Ubisoft, or anyone out there, or EA, could offer them double what their market values are. If it's like 10 million, they could offer them $80 million.
Well, I don't think it'll happen. The only reason I say that's not going to happen is because they're all too busy laying off their developers right now. So why would they acquire a studio if they just laid off 10, 15, 20 studios?
It's that's all paperwork what they're doing. The layoff is just bullshit to make the numbers look good. But
Still layoffs.
but when you acquire a company and go through that, there's expenses that you could be able to deduct from taxes.
It just doesn't make any. Well, listen, the only lesson they'll take is they'll rip off just a combat system, or they'll rip off some ideas, or they'll make a game that looks really similar, but they won't. They're never going to just like go back to only single player games because they make too much money on microtransactions. So as much as money as this game made, it's not touching Call of Duty. It's not touching one of the major developers what they make just from like a cell phone game like Clash Royale. So the thing is, they're saying like, oh, we gotta raise these prices because it costs so much money. It's like, no, it doesn't have to cost that much money. You guys make it cost that much money. So they never learn the right lessons because they don't care. They're making when they say they're not making money, they're making a shit ton of money.
So then my next question here is then should the gaming community, I think for the most part they do, but can we do a better job at supporting these smaller developers? Because like over the years, there's always a gem, not each and every time, but there's always some type of super gem that comes out by these small little developers. And
the big ones fuck it up. They fuck it up.
At point, the bigger developers usually absorb
It-
them because
it-
it's too hard to turn around big bucks
Look
like
look
that, right?
at Lewis, one of the franchises. Like I think Need for Speed started with EA, or no? It was like a.
That was
it was,
EA.
it-
That was
no,
EA.
no, no. I think there was another developer.
No,
Because
no, back yeah, I remember the first Need for Speed that came out. It was like it came on floppy disks, and yeah, EA. I mean, obviously EA's been around forever, but they weren't part of that original studio. They ended up buying them out, and they subsequently kind of drove the series into the ground. And some years they suck, some years they're okay-ish. So I
Listen,
mean, look at
that's
Madden.
capitalism, baby.
I mean, Madden is literally copy and paste. It's been like that for the longest time.
Because people keep buying
No,
it.
well, actually,
Because
It's
of
a
the
shit. Yeah, it's a shit game.
2K, the brand, the developers 2K, when they were doing football, they were getting their ass whooped because they were so unique. I remember the controls. I believe they came out in what is it, Dreamcast? It's
It was
2K football
Dreamcast
game.
and Xbox One. Yeah, 'cause
yeah.
I played 2K over Madden. I loved it, but
Yeah, but then they lost the contract, and then EA
Yeah.
gave them FU money, and they
yeah,
got it. It's the same thing with 2K basketball. Remember with the live, the same thing. Like 2K's basketball is like through the it's now a rinse and repeat because the 2024 looks exactly like 2025. It's just a different cover art, which is retarded. And then you have the basketball game. Like I'm sorry, the live that it just flopped every time I went in because they were adding these mechanics. Lewis, you keep disappearing on us.
I'm trying to disappear from EA. My bad.
You just like you're having like you need some Tums heartburn.
I'm just like thinking like just primary example. I was utterly floored the day when I was having a conversation with my uncle because my uncle used to play Madden all the time with my cousin, his son, and I remember being floored when I asked him one day because I remember he said he bought. I don't know. I guess you could buy the players.
I remember you said this. Go ahead.
And I remember just like my jaw fucking dropped when he told me how much they spent on Madden, and I'm like, I'm sorry, come again? I think my ears were blocked, or I'm fucking hearing things. How much was it again? He's like, yeah, it's probably close to $1,000, and I'm like,
Mhm.
what? You spent $1,000 on a game that's $60, well, probably now $70 on one season? He goes, yeah, probably, but it wasn't just him. It was between the both of them. They would do, I don't know,
Madden Ultimate Team.
yeah, the ultimate
the
team,
Madden
the
packs,
all
right?
stars, yeah,
Yeah.
the all star players, and he's like, yeah, if you want to play online, it's pay to play. You have to get the best of the best. Otherwise, if you just pick any team, you're gonna get squashed. You have to have the best of the best. So I'm like, still, that's $1,000 you guys put into this one game. That's literally gonna be copy and pasted the following year, and then you have to do it all over again. It's like I could not believe my ears when he told me that.
It's the gambling thing, it's basically gambling. You open these packs, it just feeds that, that
He
dopamine.
does.
They know
He used to have
they
a
hire
gambling
people.
addiction too. So
They hire people to make these games as addictive as possible. Not fun, addictive. Because nobody seems like they're having fun when they play. They're just like
Yeah.
addicted. It's the
Yeah.
gaming loop. But I never understood it. I don't understand it. I don't pay for skins on COD, but I understand like Warzone is free because a bunch of idiots pay for skins. That's why Warzone's free. And
that's how they pay for it.
Yeah.
They pay for the battle pass.
Yeah.
They cheat. They're
Blasto.
instead
Well,
of playing the game.
John Wick, the new John Wick movie is the latest skin right now, Ballerina.
Yeah. No. I don't understand it. It's not like you're supporting a small developer. You're supporting Microsoft.
This is why I play
Why are
Bar.
you-
Bar's an independent.
Yeah.
And that was free.
Well,
I actually donated the
another-
money.
I won't say it's an independent, but like a smaller studio is the people that made Helldivers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were funded by Sony, so
Yeah. But
Were
that was
were
a
they-
super hyped game. It was
Mhm.
all over the internet, all over Reddit. Anytime people were
It
loving
couldn't
it.
have been that much
and then
money
it's-
from Sony because their servers crashed.
Well, their service crashed because it had such a surplus of players because it was such
Yeah.
a good, well-made game,
Mhm.
fun, entertaining, and then Sony stepped in and put some bullshit mandate on it, and it freaking crashed and burned.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I mean, it
Fucking
still made money.
immensely disappointing. It made money, but like we were playing. I finally convinced you fuckers to. Well, me and Ed convinced you fuckers to play a different game. We started playing. We started having fun, and then Sony fucked it all up, and now we're back into COD hell.
But Verdansk is back, baby.
We're back in
Verdansk
Verdansk. And
That
the
is true.
FFAR is now meta again. You gotta unlock it.
And I don't know what it is. It's you get stuck in your ways at a certain age. You're like, I don't want to learn a whole new game mechanic, a whole new thing. I don't know why I am that way. Like I remember I tried to play Monster Hunter with you when it came out for I think PS4, and I'm like, oh my god, the last thing I want to do is just try to figure out all these mechanics, all this crafting, all this shit. I'm like, I just want to, I just want to pop in, shoot, and pop out. I'm not trying to. I'm here to hang out and bullshit. I'm not here to get deeply engrossed in a game. Unless it's like single player games is different, but like multiplayer, I just want to drop in and drop out.
I can get that, right? But like, I'm not to like pick a fight with you on it, but like Monster Hunter is just a basic game, right? Like literally chase a monster and hit them. Like there are other mechanics that are like overly simple, but like ultimately, like you said, to jump in and socialize with the other players and those bullshit, you literally just chase after fucking thing and press R2 to swing.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
exactly why they came out with casual mode for Warzone, and why they put bots in Fortnite. I mean, it's just some people just want to go in and chill. They don't want to.
Right.
They don't want to be a sweaty tryhard. When
I don't play on hard one anymore. I'm like, story mode. That sounds right up my alley. I definitely turned it on for some games recently. Like, I forget it was like one of the like a Metroidvania type game, and I'm like, I just want to hear the story, and like Zero Souls or something like that.
Claire Obscura is the same thing. I'm playing on the way it's intended to be played, where like you could parry, but it's like not gonna kill you each and every time. There's supposed to be a harder mode that like if you don't parry or you don't dodge, you're fucking done for. And I can tell you right now, I'm never gonna play that freaking mode. I'm too old for that shit.
No.
Yeah,
People like, you're not.
I think believe it or not, for me, Warzone, like especially Verdansk, was what basically got me back into gaming. That was at the point that I was barely doing anything, and then COVID hit, and that's what like triggered that whole thing, and then they fucked it up, and then they brought it back in some form, still fucked up with the movements and all that
Fucking
bullshit.
Verdansk is how I became friends with Lewis. I barely knew the fucker before fucking Verdansk. And
That's not true. We used to play Black Ops. Remember Black Ops 1 and 2 back in the day? We played the shit out of that.
Yeah, but I didn't like know you. Like I
Yeah,
just knew like
we
your name,
didn't like
you were
hang
some-
out.
You were like
No.
some guy that the Polancos knew. Like okay. Well, in Verdansk, like we actually like communicated,
They're
talks.
like,
and
who
all
is
that
this guy? I don't know who he is. He doesn't come out of his bat cave.
That is true, Lou.
He was just
Lou,
some-
Lou,
he was just
Lou,
some
you were in
name
your
on the
cave.
screen.
You were the guy next door with the cable looping down into my basement.
Yeah,
That's all
that
you were.
loop went into your house too.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know that was not illegal cable. That was other things.
Like I got to know
Goddamn.
Miguel after through fantasy football is where I really got to know Miguel. But I first met Miguel when we did the
Warrior Dash.
Makeover.
Warrior Dash. I tell people
Yeah.
that story all the time because I had no idea. Like I just signed up. It was Romeo
Yeah.
that invited me. Well, he invited everybody on Facebook, and I didn't know Romeo either. So Romeo was a stranger to me. Had no idea. And I saw this. I was like, I'm interested. Like I could have fucking walked into a fucking sawmill, got fucking murdered. I fucking went, but I had no idea what the Warrior Dash is, what the location was. I trained for like a week, like the week before I did it. So I practically didn't train. So I tell people the story all the time. Like I got there, and like the first half is just running, and then the obstacle course. And what I tell people all the time, I was like, guys, we ran up a mountain. It was a ski mountain, and people usually go down
Yeah.
the mountain. We fucking ran up that shit. That shit sucked.
Yep. I remember I actually went with our former member Yoel, and I'm like, Yoel, you gotta start practicing
The
running.
one
You gotta
our
start
logo is
training.
based on.
He went and ran around like the local park one time. He's like, I'm gonna train. Never did. We get there, literally less than 5 minutes in. He's like, I'm gonna quit. He's like, I'm gonna go back. No, I'm done. I can't do this. It's a 3.2 mile course. You know, it's a 5K, and he was done. I swear to God, it was like a few hundred meters in. I'm like, Yoel, you fat fuck. You're the one who wanted to do this too. We drove like 3 hours to get here. You are finishing this stupid course. And I like literally had to push him up the hill and make him go through every single goddamn obstacle to finish that course. It should have taken half an hour at most. It took like an hour and 5 minutes to get his ass through that whole course.
So he actually finished it.
He had to finish it. Yeah, I said you're finishing it.
God damn.
There was
Yeah,
one
I
actually.
mean-
There was one obstacle where you have to like climb up ropes like a net and hop over and then climb back down the net. So it's a little high, so a little scary, whatever. If you're scared of heights, you all got all the way to the top, got one leg over, and then said, "No, I can't do this," and came back backwards. I'm like, you were already halfway done.
That reminds me of the scene from Full
Wait,
Metal
what you
Jacket.
just did. You just had to do it on the other side.
He didn't do it. He didn't do it.
So you were there. The same thing. I think it was like the course was like spider webs or like spider nets or something like that, where it was like the cargo nets over the
Yeah.
ground.
Yeah.
So I remember doing that. And everybody was like on their all fours going over it, and I was just trying to walk across. And I did mostly. I was able to walk across it. I lost my balance for a little bit, and it was fucking hot. There's a chick right next to me. She was wearing the fucking like spandex or whatever. I went to catch my balance. I put unintentionally. I promise. I to God would put my hand right on her ass, and I was like, "Oh shit, sorry."
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And she just laughed. She was like, "No, it's all right." And I just finished the course.
Chat. You hear this, Dave? He just admitted to sexual harassment.
Unbelievable.
Like,
Unbelievable.
Also, I know
and Miguel's sitting there like, he's like, I would never do something like that.
No asses were harmed during the making of this video.
All right, so Miguel, also since you were there, the mud pit at the end, did you jump in?
That was not at the end. That was more close to the beginning, I think.
No, the very last thing at the very
When
end.
no.
There was a
I
giant
jumped-
mud pit.
So I remember when I was running up the hill, there was like a side course you go through like the water, the water, whatever.
Yeah.
I did that, and then the mud pit at the end was like a slide that you slid through, kind of like a slip and slide.
It
So I-
might have been that.
It was like a slip and slide.
I remember being a pit, right? I remember I was running up to it, and obviously there's a crowd at the end to hype everybody up. and they kept on asking everybody to like jump in, but everybody just kind of like just walked in or just kind of like hopped down into it or whatever. I fucking full body flopped into that thing. I remember like,
remember
and
that.
everybody started cheering because like that's what they were trying to get people to do, but nobody was
Yeah.
doing it. I went full fucking Superman.
So
into
you
that
were the one. You were the one asshole that
I
did
guess I must have missed that.
shit.
it.
I
see a
remember the
video?
giant turkey leg and beer after.
I the sneakers I went into were like, cause I don't know if you remember this in the parking lot. They were taking all the like people's donations for like the muddy sneakers because your sneakers got trashed in that.
Oh,
thing.
they're done. They're done.
And once again, I didn't know what the hell I was getting into, so I didn't bring any backups. So I went and bought flip flops off their souvenir shop or whatever, and I threw my sneakers into the pile, and I went home in flip flops.
Yeah, makes sense. I don't remember what I did with that, but yeah, I just remember. And afterwards, you always get a giant turkey leg and a big beer. It's the best.
Yeah,
And then it was
Warrior,
torrential rainpour to go home. Torrential
War-
storms.
Warrior Dash doesn't exist anymore, right? That
I
shit
think
stopped.
well, that was like when they were all taking off. There was like Spartan Race, Warrior Dash,
Yeah.
Tough Mudder. There was like a million variants of it, so I don't think
I
all
think-
of them survived.
I think Tough Mudder and Spartan Race are still there, but I don't think Warrior Dash is around anymore.
Probably not. I haven't gotten any emails, so probably done.
Yeah.
It was fun. Would you guys ever do that? Anything like that?
Hell no.
Ed and Lewis.
Hell no.
No. That sounds like a
I
lot of
would
work
do
for
it.
nothing.
I would do
Yeah,
it
right?
again. I'm
Fuck that.
extremely out of shape now, but I will still do it again.
I'm
I-
out of
I-
cardio
I-
shape.
My
Just
back is
listen,
hurting just listening to this.
Yeah, just listening to myself, I'm like, why would you do that? Like, if you could just
It was
My-
fun.
relax.
My
Bro, it's
herniated
fun.
discs are
It's
moving
really
as we
fun.
speak.
I'm like already.
Today, I would be like your elbows back then.
You know,
Fuck,
you
I
know,
can't do it.
You still won't be there. You
Yeah.
still won't be where he was. That motherfucker was about to quit so fast. It was embarrassing. I'm like, you're gonna make me run this whole thing by myself now? Because it was unbelievable.
you know,
He's
who
like,
do
I'll
it?
shoot you at the end.
You know, who would do it to Karen. Karen would totally do that shit. That's
So
Maybe
what
we should look for one. Maybe we should look for one.
Do it for her.
she me?
Yeah.
Hell no, bro. I just finished
Bro,
telling
why
you
not?
no because that's a her thing, not a me. That's not a us thing. She likes-
Some-
He'll cheer her
Yeah,
on
Ed,
at the end, like,
Ed,
yay!
it's totally
go,
within
go.
your power to make it an us thing.
There
Look,
she
look,
is. There she is.
Hold on. They're talking about like Dutch rudders.
The what? Dutch
He
rudder?
loves Dutch rudders.
They're talking about those.
He loves hot Carls,
those
too.
courses to do, like
Endurance
exercising-
race.
Endurance races.
Tough Mudder. Say Tough
Like
Mudder.
Spartan races, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, they were just talking about back in their
Didn't
day,
Sam just
they
do
did
one?
it. And I was like,
And it's
No,
just
Sam,
CrossFit
Sam's
shit.
doing a CrossFit. He's training for CrossFit. Some shit.
Wow. It looks similar.
I think it's called the Murph or something like that for CrossFit.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think Miguel's out of shape. What happened?
Definitely.
She
I'm
just
dying
said
right
that.
now.
She just said that you're the one that is most in shape out of all of us. That's Sammy. He said Sammy could probably whoop your ass.
What the fuck?
outta here.
5%.
I'm right here.
5%. What's up, Dave?
she just finished saying, "Stop
She's
eating
like-
the turkey."
She's like, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy, Dave.
Fuck that guy.
He didn't know fuck about fuck.
I would say out of all the friend group, I'm third behind Miguel and Sam.
What happened?
Of our
Yo,
active
yo,
members.
ready?
Yeah,
Ready?
sure.
She's saying that between you and Sammy to be partners in a race, a team, that would be
God.
epic.
God help us.
Well,
Look
Sam
at
and
his
Miguel.
face. Look at
That would, bro, we gotta do it. Miguel, you gotta do that shit.
I will let him fall off a cliff. I swear to God.
We should definitely GoPro this whole thing for the podcast.
After this, I'm calling up Sam. We're making it happen.
How is there's no teams? There's no team.
He's like, there's no
competitions.
I in team. I can't do it.
What the fuck was that?
Oh,
Ed's
wow.
playing around. Ed's playing
Ed
around
messing
now.
with his audio.
No, I was just making it so Karen could kind of listen to you guys.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Mm.
Oh,
Mm.
speaking of which, chat, we need to start a GoFundMe program to buy Ed a new mic arm. It's fallen at least twice since this.
Every-
I
Every episode that we had, no, so it's funny. this
saw him
thing
pick it
just
up
broke.
before.
This thing broke. It just spins.
We can't
No,
hear her.
you got Father's Day covered. We ain't doing no shit for Father's Day. The fuck?
No. She said that.
Father's
She said
Day.
that. She said send her the link so that she could get that for me for Father's Day.
Okay.
Oh,
Get it for me
okay.
too.
You'll
I'm a
get
dad.
the one that costs $300.
This one I got on Amazon. This was I don't know,
Ew,
$35.
gross.
Yeah, there's no Amazon one. She wants the Elgato one that costs $250.
I have that one at work.
Lou says
You
he has
have,
two
you
of
have a
them at
mic
home.
arm at work? Why do you have a mic arm at work?
Our podcast PC.
Oh, your work podcast. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
You were so
Yeah,
right.
my
Multiple
my
podcasts.
father bought it, and he's
What?
like, I'm like, why did you buy the most expensive fucking one? Like, it does the same thing as a cheap one. He goes, I don't know. I was just looking at it, and it looked nice. I'm like, okay.
It's company
How much is
money.
that thing? I think it's
Oh,
like
wait, you're the
100.
company.
What is it, like $150 or something? Where is it? Wave
I
mic
wonder. You
arm.
know what? I could probably
It says $100.
tighten all the
get
way up.
away.
But-
I'll see if I can get away with getting a mic arm off of Amazon because I have to do calls and shit.
Don't say that out
Oh,
public.
that's not a terrible idea.
I just use headphones. I don't know.
But do you do
You know,
that from home for
I'm
meetings?
not buying a mic.
I can say I'm having it at the office.
Oh, you're gonna expense it.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
Can I
Like a fu-
use Miguel? Can I use your company's credit card and maybe purchase a few things and like, just expense it?
You're the accountant. You're the one that's fact check you. You're good to go.
Yeah, you're
There's
good to
no
go.
doubt. I'm not getting fired for your fucking purchases.
Just
It's
put it
me.
under, like,
It's gonna be me.
No, do it for the under the
for that,
maintenance,
hold on.
for the
For-
for the plane.
For that, Miguel, you'll get that monitor that my brother posted with the extra free monitor. Like,
Yeah.
why do you need this?
Bro.
Well, you know,
Buy
I-
one get one.
and he's like,
Actually,
when
you need a
you're-
new monitor.
When
My
you're
monitors are old.
and you know you're gonna quit, start expensing so much change. Just give it to us.
I'm not the only one who reviews bills. It's not the way it works.
Just put it under the aircraft maintenance.
yeah,
Put it under there.
Yeah. Okay.
just put it under one of the execs. That's all.
There you go. Good to go. The fuck, Amazon? What's your problem? Don't let me log in.
I canceled your account.
Figures. Trying to keep you guys in business. I don't even want to know how much money I spent on these assholes for the past year.
I don't think I've purchased anything on it less than probably $100 on Amazon in the past year. I've
al-
avoided them like the plague.
I get 10% off up max capped at $100. I almost never fucking hit that cap. Because
Yeah.
What
it's
about what about the
it's
friends and
o-
family discount?
It's only off of shipped and sold by Amazon. Is the only thing that the discount applies for.
That's a lot. I don't have Prime anymore, so every now and then I'm looking for something, and I'll go on Amazon, and it'll be like, "Oh, this thing is $12," and then it's like $10 shipping. I'm like, "Okay, thank you. I'm gonna go." Hey, who has an Amazon Prime? Buy this for me, please. Thank you.
So my
Mm.
I fucking it's been a while since I've been in here. My mic arm was $14.99.
And it works better
Uh-huh.
than
And how much was yours?
Mine-
Dad?
Mine was like $20.
so well, same shit.
It's not
Then.
that. That's
I
not
mean,
bad.
this thing I bought this in
think you just got
2021 and it still
unlucky.
works.
I
I
think you
mean,
just
factory
got
next
unlucky,
door.
Ed.
What happened?
I think you just
You
got
got-
unlucky.
Yeah, it's like I'm looking at it. It's like little by little, right? We started off like when we first started this podcast. I had that really bad mic, and if you go back to one of the first episodes, you guys were kept complaining like, "Yo, Edric, we can't hear you. It's too low, or it sounds like
yeah,
shit."
that mic was pretty bad in the beginning.
And then I went ahead and I bit the bullet and I bought this mic that cost me a few $100. Then I'm like, okay, I hear myself, I hear it great, everything's good. Then I ended up buying this stand that lasted probably like 2 episodes or maybe 1 episode before it breaking. And then we went into the camera, right? Then I was having that camera. I've noticed when I would go back to the video, I'm like, yo, why isn't my video keep going blurry? And then I would look at yours, Lewis, because you and I had the same camera. And I turned around and I said, you know what? Fuck this, bro. Like we've been doing this already for more than a few months. We enjoy it. Let me get the better camera. Hence, I got the camera. And you know, now I got to get a new arm, so to make it
I mean,
better.
This camera's not bad. It doesn't do well in low light, but you know, once I
Yeah,
put the
my-
light on, it's not bad.
I've spent
Oh.
$0
I
'Cause you're
spent-
cheap.
on this podcast.
Actually, you earned $1 for
spent
showing your
10
feet.
That's true.
And-
I actually know-
Where is the
Where's
dollar in
the
the back?
frame? You didn't
Where's
frame
the
it.
frame, bro? Where's
I
the
gotta
frame?
frame it still.
The
but
first dollar.
This is
There
the
it is.
dollar, though.
That's my
Yeah.
dollar.
Yeah. Yo, we need that shit right in the back.
$dollar.
For people that don't know what we're talking about, I told Miguel to show his feet on stream. This was like 3 episodes ago, and I'll give him $1. Unfortunately,
Ogrefeet.com.
onlyfeet.com on stream.
Ogrefeet.com.
Ogrefeet.com. I only had a $5 bill on me during the stream, and he was expecting a $5 bill in person. I said no, it was for $1, so I gave him $1.
Already cheaping out. Unbelievable. That was custom foot pick.
That was not custom. Everybody
That's
saw it.
101.
It's like
One-on-one.
Everybody in
It was a
stream saw
101.
it. That was not custom. That's full of shit. Get out
But
of here.
it was meant for you though.
So far, I spent $10 in my podcast freaking expenditures on the ring light.
I don't. did I
That was
buy
one of the biggest
anything?
critiques, that we all look like a bunch of old fucks in like in shadow. I was told that, but I said, you know what?
I'm gonna
That's
turn it
just
off.
me.
There we
I'm
go.
definitely not getting. I don't want anybody to see more of my face.
Actually, I'm gonna look locally where I'm at now. I'm not gonna say anything out loud on the podcast, but to see if I can find some more podcast gear out here versus home.
Yeah,
You get a green
sure.
screen?
I'll look. Doesn't
I
hurt
couldn't
to
believe
look.
what those green screens cost. I was like,
Yeah.
"Are you fucking kidding me? It's a goddamn.
So
They're
so
pretty
so
expensive.
so Dave, now that you have your computer back, how does it feel? Like I know you had it down.
Bro, it was fucking great. I was so fucking happy to have my computer back.
It's like you had it. So you were working on your backup computer that you had, and I
I thought it
think
was the
that,
PlayStation.
No. He
No, I
he-
was playing COD on the PlayStation.
yeah,
Oh,
but he was still using his first one that he
Oh,
had,
your
Yeah,
laptop.
the Alienware.
the Alienware one.
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah,
you had a
he-
laptop.
He never got rid of that. So like, how does it really feel? Like now you feel like you're back.
Bro, it feels so much better, dude. Like, I was like, it feels like I got back home after a fucking deployment. Like, it was fucking great.
Shit, what memory does and shit, bro. That's freaking crazy, man.
So
Dude,
like,
it was weird. As soon as I
I
fired it up,
I actually haven't tested it with Call of Duty. I played some Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals is I fucking hate all you fuckers because you guys don't play it. Marvel Rivals is a fun game, so I was playing that. I had fun with that. I played some Fortnite with my girl. Fortnite crashed a few times, but I think that was Fortnite, not my computer. I've yet to play, so I can play this weekend because I'm home all weekend with my daughter. So I'll play a little bit this weekend and I'll test it out with COD.
we didn't play
Okay.
COD all last weekend. Now that I think about it, it was,
I mean,
Yeah,
you're
'cause
you were at my
were-
house.
We were out. Yeah, we were at Ed's.
Yeah,
we were at Ed's, and then we went to yeah, it was
To-
a barbecue every single day. Every day
Yeah,
we went to a barbecue.
for 3 days in a row.
Ed, I had to say something. It's the first time I've been to your house, basically all year. Yeah, all year. First time at your house, and you put up the pool after I show up. The fuck?
Well, it did take 36 hours to fill it.
No. It actually did less than 24 hours to fill it. Believe it or
How
not.
many gallons is that thing?
I think it's like 1,000 or more, or something like that. I don't know. Let me see.
I know
You
that
run a-
hose. That hose was
you
taking
run
a little bit.
You run a pump on it, right?
No,
there's a
right,
pump.
yeah,
No, there's
no. What we mean?
It has hoses. It's pumped. There's a
Oh
pump.
yeah, it's pump. Yeah, that's a
No,
full
there's
blown
no.
pool.
I mean, a filter. Like that's
It has
not
a filter,
Yeah,
but
okay.
it's salt water though.
Really?
I converted it to salt water.
You didn't see the bags of salt?
Well, no, the pool, right?
We're tripping over them.
It's chlorine, right? I
okay,
bought the
that's
device
inter-
that
that's
converts
interesting.
it into salt water.
That's interesting. I saw the bag of salt, but I thought it was like winter salt, like snow salt.
No,
I
yeah.
didn't know it was salt for salt water.
It's like 20
Yeah.
bags of salt.
I did
Actually-
think that was kind of weird. There was a lot of bags. I was like, bro, like what the fuck? It wasn't that bad in the winter. I didn't think about that shit.
Yeah, we kept
What?
tripping over all the bags of salt. Like, what the fuck all the salt come from?
Why did you want to make it salt water?
Less maintenance, and it's better for the kids. Their eyes are not fucking burning.
So what is
the
like
chlorine.
like
So
what?
it's-
like,
it's good in your
less-
skin.
less algae.
Yeah, it's good on your skin and shit like that. You'll like when you go swimming, you'll feel it.
Aren't
It's
there
way
health
better.
benefits too? Like it helps with like sores and shit in your body.
It's not that much salt like that. You could barely
No.
feel it.
I'm not gonna say the town out loud, but I guarantee you, with almost 100% certainty, that Ed had the only saltwater pool in all of the town that he lives in.
You're wrong.
Really? Why do you say I'm wrong?
Because I remember when I was a kid, there was the rich family, because there's a rich section of that town, And
Yeah,
they had a
the
saltwater
Manic section,
pool
yeah.
with the waterfall. They had a waterfall saltwater pool. I remember that from when I was a kid.
Okay, all right. I sit
I mean,
mistaken.
it's
You
not
triggered my memory
uncommon.
when you said that.
It's funny because you knew exactly where I was going because you're ready.
Yeah.
You're ready and ready. We're
He's like,
no.
no. You didn't have to finish that
Oh,
sentence. He was
so
really
Yep.
correcting you.
so it's
I knew it.
4,500 gallons.
Holy shit.
So you know what's gonna happen, right? When that water bill comes in.
4,500 gallons, that pool?
Okay, I'm not the only one. I was like, that's fucking a lot.
Yeah, it is an 18 by 9 pool.
But
52
it's
I'm gonna
inches.
have to
it-
take a look at that picture again.
It like comes up pretty
Yeah.
high. Like it's up to like my
Mhm.
neck, like my upper chest area.
You
Wow.
swam in already?
Okay.
No.
No.
No, I'm
It's
about to say, no, it's a
dude,
little cold.
I haven't
Dude,
swum in enough.
Dave,
He was looking at heaters when
We
we
have
left.
daughters, right? And you know how your daughter is, because your daughter is like my daughter. They see this whole new toy. I just found out yesterday from Yoel. Apparently, she's been inviting all.
The fucking arm again. Did that hit the boo boo? Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh, Fuck that arm. All right,
It's
chat.
like, you don't want to
Chat,
talk
we need
about
to
this?
GoFundMe. We need to GoFundMe. Ed had a sex change operation, and he's in recovery. So just for those of you that are watching and to know what the fuck just happened, where it hit him, yeah, it hit him where he used to have 2 jewels.
Hit him in the twat.
Fuck, man.
Fuck that
Oh,
arm.
So she turned around and she started telling all her friends that, oh yeah, we're gonna go swimming this weekend. I'm like, dude, do you see the weather? It's fucking raining all day. She's like, well, tomorrow is not gonna rain, so tomorrow we can have people. And plus, like you told me, Dad, the filter doesn't say low salt water. That means everything is good. I'm like, I still haven't tested the water yet. It's been raining every day. I gotta test the water, make sure it's good. I might have to
No, yeah,
shock
but
it.
it's been chilly. It's been fucking cold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that pool is it has to be like fucking 100 degrees outside in order to enjoy that cold weather, because that pool
Yeah.
has to be like 40,
that cold
40
water.
degrees cold.
You didn't spring for the heating either?
Man,
Salt
get
water,
I
but
the
not
fuck
heat?
out
I
of
looked
here.
at I looked at it. No, I actually looked at it.
He was looking at
it's
heaters.
inexpensive. It's inexpensive, the heater. It's about
Really?
like
The heater's
it's like,
inexpensive. The bill to heat it is
The build
expensive.
to heat it, yeah.
guys, I have a code. I have a cheat code.
The neighbors?
It's not connected to my electricity.
I knew it.
Whose electricity is it connected to?
Yeah.
The
The
second
whole-
floor.
the guy-
Who's bill?
Don't say it out loud on the
Don't say the name.
No, I'm not gonna say the name. The owner of the house.
Oh my god. He's gonna look. He's gonna see that bill and be like, "What the fuck?"
So stupid.
He's like, "Are you running a data center up there? What the hell's happening?"
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ!
We had a legal break from the line.
I can only
I was
imagine
so-
like, how many watts is that heater gonna have to be?
I don't know. I've been looking at it. I
It's
have
gotta
it
be
in
a
the-
lot.
I have it in the car. I'm trying to figure it out. But I don't think I'm gonna do it this year. I'll hold off because I already feel bad already.
It's already June, so
Yeah, no, I feel bad already because damn, like I got the water bill coming in, which is like 5,000 gallon of water that I just spent. And then whatever the electric bill is, the balance is gonna be mine.
Just don't take showers for a week. You're good to go.
Well, that's the whole point. I'm gonna go start going to Miguel's house, take a shower.
right in the hot
Hell
tub.
no.
Right now, no, fuck the hot tub.
That's what I'm
uses-
saying. Like your thing, you said 4,500 gallons. My hot tub is like 300 gallons.
Right, but
So it's more than 10 times the amount of water in that
Dude,
pool.
it
And
is-
it's a temporary pool, right?
it
Marcus
is.
agrees.
Yeah, Sonic, go show that to your mom.
That's Knuckles. You gotta correct them. Don't let them get that shit wrong.
No, that's not. That's Knuckles.
There you
What?
go.
Okay. So it's so funny, right? So Karen sends me a video. I won't put it here, but I'll send it to you guys in the chat. So her mom today went to go pick up Marcus, and she's like, "Hey, do you love me?" He turned around and said, "No." So who do you love?
Jesus Christ.
Daddy. And she's like, "You love Daddy?" It's like, "Yeah, Edric." And she's like, "Oh, so you don't love Mama?" It's like, "No, I don't love Mama. But I bought you ice cream. You don't love me?" I like my friends. yo, I'm gonna send this little kid, and then Karen just sends it over to me. I
Wow.
muted it because I wanted to see what the hell it was all about. It's priceless. This kid is like, it is so. Yo, this kid's funny. Yo, and he's
funny.
talking more and more.
Dude, she's like,
That's
I'm
good.
gonna remember
That's
that
good.
when you're hungry.
It's like, you ain't getting ice cream no more.
Cook your
I was
own
like,
dinner. Get your own
this
ice
freaking
cream.
kid. So back at it, right? So the pool is 18 feet by 9 feet by 52 inches.
4,500
4 foot-
gallons. That's a lot.
52 inches? 4
Yeah.
foot 4? Interesting.
So
I mean, your pool is pretty fucking shallow, Miguel.
Well, it's not a pool; it's a hot tub. So
You,
I don't swim in it.
yes,
He's in
yes.
his
You're,
own-
Touche.
it's shallow. It's
Yeah.
shallow.
touche.
Oh yeah. So
Voodoo?
beverage of choice today: Voodoo Ranger Fruit Force.
Was that 2 weeks ago too? Same one?
Does
or
that say
no?
Fruit Punch IPA? Is that what that said?
Probably.
No, I
Fruit
had
Punch
I had a
IPA.
sour monkey last week. This one's Voodoo Ranger. Voodoo Ranger is very good. My favorite Voodoo Ranger. The first time I actually ever had Voodoo Ranger was the pumpkin ale. The what's the name of it?
I can't do pumpkin.
Atomic Pumpkin.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That was a good one.
Atomic Pumpkin is so good because they have the pepper in it.
Yeah.
The chili pepper.
Mm.
Freaking delicious.
That was
My
a good
favorite pumpkin ale is Atomic Pumpkin by Voodoo Ranger. So I tried
Yeah.
the Fruit Force. Surprise, surprise. Pretty fruity. What is it? 9.5%. So
I'm
that-
surprised it's
Gotta
that
get
high
drunk.
for being
Gotta get
fruity.
drunk inefficiently.
Gotta
Mm.
get
Up
drunk
north.
inefficiently. It's pretty good. The Voodoo Ranger Fruit Force. It's an IPA. Yeah, Fruit Punch IPA. So anybody that knows IPA is pretty freaking hoppy when you drink it. This one does not have the hoppy taste for it. So if you're gonna try IPA beer, this is a good entry beer into IPA because you don't get the overwhelming hoppiness to it. Because that is an acquired taste. I will say that.
I feel like people have already decided whether they like IPAs or not. There's not a lot of new consumers, I think the IPAs have been here a while, and you either
It's
like
you,
them
you,
or you
you
don't.
try one and you almost like tried them all.
Yeah, but
Like,
I'm talking
Yeah.
about like entry level, like somebody that's never had an IPA before. Like there's people that
Yeah.
don't even know what IPA stands for, right? So like obviously
they think it's a retirement
people
plan.
turn 21 every day. So it's like, all
That's
right,
true.
well, let me,
So hold on.
There you go.
I know about
IPA
Coors
is
Light,
not.
I know about Bud Light, Budweiser, Coors.
Hold on. So
Let me try an
IPA is not a
IPA.
retirement plan.
After you turn
IPA
62, your
is
IRA
not a
turns
retirement.
into an IPA.
Early retirement, maybe.
Yeah, early retirement.
I gotta buy
Uh,
beer. Actually, I brought all my beer
Yo,
over Edric's.
believe it.
this-
Yo, believe it or not, that fucking fridge is fucking packed to the rim.
It wasn't at
oh,
the end of
last
the barbecue.
podcast you said it was empty. Now
Oh.
you're saying it's full.
Oh,
Well, this weekend we filled it up, man. We had tomahawk steak. we had
Everybody
freaking
bought new
skirt
beer.
steak.
what was
we,
the
we filled
difference
it up.
in the guest list from that
Oh,
2 weeks?
Oh,
I
do we
will-
want that to be public?
Wow. We're going raw.
Where's my
Bruh.
soundboard, bruh? Need a fucking soundboard, goddammit.
But Miguel, why don't you give some context for our viewers?
No, let's
I don't
not
know,
go down that route.
I actually don't know the difference. I wasn't there this weekend, so maybe I'm part of the problem.
Oh,
Bro,
Woo-
like, when I got there, I remembered that you said you weren't gonna be there, but I was kind of disappointed that you were not there. Like, fuck, Miguel's like my homie. Like, me and him talked the most shit.
Yeah.
For
So,
everybody.
so I'm gonna plan to do the same thing, like probably like the next few weeks. When you could come down, Dave, come down. And we'll do like a barbecue, and then the pool will be open if anyone wants to go swimming and shit.
With a bunch of
Definitely,
gross
definitely.
kids.
I'll,
Sounds great.
Probably a
Probably.
weekend that I the
Probably.
reason I couldn't go the weekend before that is because of the wedding. So
Yeah.
next time I have Chloe. Well, me and you will talk next time.
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
Chloe,
Yeah. We'll come
I'll take her
down.
down. Yep.
Yeah, we'll have that thing.
Fuck.
I can
I
see
said my-
Miguel
I
like
said
dunking
my
all the
daughter's
kids.
name on the fucking podcast. Whatever.
You won't see me anywhere near
Nobody's
those
watching
kids.
any damn way.
Miguel's like, get those crotch goblins away
I'll
from
host. I'll host a
Yeah.
Friday event for Miguel. So Miguel could take out his speedos and go in there.
I have my hot tub for that.
me. I figure you would free ball in there.
And thankfully, when me and Miguel were in the hot tub, he kept his speedos away. It was trunks.
Yeah, this is all Trunks. I missed out because
Oh,
I
you
was.
guys-
I'll tell you guys
you-
an embarrassing story. I'll tell
You guys had a
embarrassing
male
story.
bonding experience.
That's right.
We-
We're
we- I
comfortable.
mean,
We're secure in our
we-
manhood.
Did you
We
just tell
were
him,
both
"Hey, you're a
secure in our
guy.
manhood.
I'm
Yeah.
a guy."
Just two guys in a hot tub. That's all it is.
Doing guy things.
Why
you know?
you gotta make it weird?
What's wrong with that? At one
Listen,
point,
Father.
I said, that's not supposed to go there, but you know what? We still had a good time.
It's like, wait, is that a jet? What am I feeling?
What is this? What is this? That's the new 3.0 jet stream that I bought.
The jet stream.
The 3.0.
Meanwhile.
Why could I only feel it when you're next to me?
This is making my beer taste bad.
That's AI activated.
Fuck.
Oh,
It uses AI intelligence.
there's something wrong with this.
All right. I'll tell you guys an embarrassing story from the weekend.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Wait, is this from Wine Country?
do we need popcorn?
It's from Wine Country. Nah, you don't need popcorn. It's gonna be short.
Oh.
So it's what I went out to, Long Island Wine Country, the Cutchogue area, whatever, and was getting drunk with my cousins all weekend. And so we ended up going from like the winery down to the local town, Ubering, of course, because fucked up. And then we had like ramen and we're drinking like hot sake, and then we're going to a speakeasy. So it's just drink after drink after drink, and it's only just me and my cousin's husband left for the last two.
That's why we didn't hear from you.
And we're walking to go home, and we stop at 7-Eleven. And I'm already annihilated, and of course, a cop is walking in ahead of me. So I'm just saying, he's telling me, he's recounting the story to me as I'm, half remembering. And you just said, "Oh, I fucking hate cops!" Like right behind.
Just like randomly, like out of nowhere.
Right
Because the cop
of
was in front of me walking in. The cop was in front of me walking into the place. So I said, "Oh, I fucking hate cops." And then we're walking to the back to get like I don't know, like water or whatever, because try to sober up before we call an Uber to pick us up. And there's two young girls going to buy beer because in every state's different. In New York, you can buy beer at 7-Eleven out of the coolers. New Jersey, you cannot. That's why I mentioned this fact.
Yeah.
And they look like they were like barely 21. And us two old fucking men walk in there, and then they look at us, and they say something like, "Oh, how's your night going?" Like being nice and friendly. And I guess I was like, "Are they mocking me?" And I just said, "Oh, can you just fuck off?"
Bro,
Dude, you're
Wow.
fucking
You
just
just-
bitter, bro.
became
You're just a
toasted.
bitter fuck, bro.
How toasted were you? What the fuck?
I was
just
fucking
became
dude.
the old
So
man
many-
at the
so much
yard.
Yo,
wine.
yeah. How much?
Fuck it,
Did
and then
he
he's
throw
like,
up?
"Get off my lawn."
Did he throw up? Did he throw up at all?
No,
No.
I'm not a fucking amateur. I'm a fucking professional alcoholic. Jesus Christ.
Apparently you're
Living.
not.
Literally became the old man. Get off my lawn.
Right?
Get off my
Yeah.
lawn right
Yeah.
I was like, "Don't mock the old men. Fuck off." Like, that's-
The poor guy was like, the poor kids were
They
like,
was
I just want.
I just a complete like, what the fuck did I
Blank.
even say to this guy? Why did he yell it? I didn't yell it, but I was just like, not friendly, not accommodating.
Why did this old guy do this to me?
How did they react? That's what I'm more
Just-
curious about.
just stunned?
Stunned?
What did was it your cousin, husband? What did he say? He's like, what the
Well,
fuck
he
is
was
wrong
just
with
like,
you?
"Oh, it's going." He was being nice, and then I was like, "Fuck off! Like, just get out of here."
Oh my god.
So real quick, because I that story just triggered the memory of me and Miguel at the speakeasy with his visitor.
Oh yeah.
Right. So talking about that, man. Memory, Colossal Con, 4 months. Who's going?
When is it again?
September.
Depends the day.
Oh yeah. You're
Yeah,
not gonna
depends the
be
day.
able to go.
Wait,
You'll be
wait.
in legit Japan.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Well, I can change what dates I actually leave depending upon when that. I can maybe go to that and then go to Japan. So we'll see.
Let's see. Let's look at the dates right now.
Colossal Con. We're looking at Colossal Con right now. That was a fun time.
You guys can stream live.
Are you guys gonna go? Lewis, Ed, Colossal Con, water park party.
It's
I don't know.
September 4th through the 7th.
I can go to that. I gotta get my
Alright,
tickets.
Are you gonna go do the whole weekend, or are you gonna do one day like we did?
We'll do this off the air. We'll discuss this later.
Okay.
Hey,
Don't you want our
Well,
viewers
to-
to join?
To Ed and Lewis, Colossal Con is legit.
It's
It
fun.
is freaking legit.
I don't know if you
I
really need a
gotta
whole
go.
weekend though.
Yeah,
you
it's
gotta
definitely,
stay- you have to stay
a
the night.
one-day thing. It's a one-day
It's a
thing.
one day, one night thing.
I was about to
Yeah.
say, you guys said it's like barely even like it's like one night.
Well,
But no,
he's
the
talking
day-
about the weekend because the after Colossal Con.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
the
where it
after
gets
party's really
freaking
fun.
lit.
okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. But during the day, there's only so much to see. Like it's a small anime convention, whatever.
But with
so,
that said, it is a resort. It
That's
is a
true.
water park.
which we could
So
just go to the water park.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So that's what I might do this year. I'll get the classic. I'm still only gonna go one day. I'll tell you that much. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
one day, but I might get the tickets. But I'll also get for the day to stay at the resort. Even
Yeah.
like it's kind of weird for me because I live so close, but it's more pay for the resort so you get the water park for free. I just see
Yeah.
what's cheaper.
Yeah, I know. Same. I'd rather just stay there instead of having to try to take an Uber at freaking 2 a.m. after the freaking everybody's been.
Is that what you did? No, you drove. You drove.
I took an Uber.
Really?
Well, you didn't stay at
Yeah.
the same hotel. I thought you said.
No, I didn't stay at the same hotel, so no way.
Yeah,
So you
I
took
kinda-
an Uber from the con. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Hey, I
Why-
wasn't fucking giving you fucks a ride.
Wait, why did you do that? Was the hotel too expensive? Were they sold out?
It is
This
expensive.
one sold out. The hotel was booked fully.
Oh, about
So
to
I had
say,
to
like,
find-
I'd rather like be drunk and like want to stumble into my room upstairs versus taking an Uber.
Exactly. That's why we
You
got. That's why we got to look if there's a. I hope it's not booked already because I don't know when they start releasing the tickets.
Let's create a chat to anybody that's interested, and we'll start talking about this stuff in that chat.
Yeah.
Oh, what about Comic-Con this year? NYC.
I will not be going to
See-
this year. That I'm definitely not going to.
Yeah, because you'll be in JP.
That yeah.
Um,
Unfortunately.
Oh, did you
I-
did you
I'm
finalize the
going-
dates?
No.
Okay. Go ahead.
Well, but you're okay, never mind.
He kind of knows the dates.
Kind of
He
knows
knows-
dates.
He knows the time
Yeah.
frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do Comic-Con. I'm only gonna do one day with me and my daughter.
That makes
Fair
sense.
enough.
Three days just doesn't make sense to me.
It's a lot. It's a
when
fucking lot.
when we were younger, sure. But I could do all of Comic-Con in one day now.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You really
kinda
can. Unless you actually have panels you want to go to, which we're not really. I'm not a big panel guy, so I just want to walk around, see the sights, and get the fuck out.
Even when some of us sign up for panels, we don't even freaking go.
Yeah. What date? What are the dates?
Oh. For a
Um,
second there, I thought Ed froze. He was like sitting perfectly still. He was like,
yeah, I'll send that to you later. The 9th to the 12th.
Oh, it's early this year.
Yeah.
"Yeah, no,
Wow, it was like-
it's always
was
before
I think
Halloween."
I think if I
Yeah,
go,
but it was 21st, 22nd.
I think
first weekend last year.
I mean I'm gonna go, but if I go, I'm probably gonna do Thursday, Friday, and that's it.
Saturday's tough.
Yeah, it's not really.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I did
So-
one year on a Saturday, and I was like, "Oh, fuck this place."
so it
There's too many people.
it backfired me. Same for Ed. I know for certain Ed dealing with the same fact. Is now my daughter wants to go to all the conventions, so she's already asked me about too many games,
Oh,
Comic-Con, and
Mm.
other conventions that she's finding on Instagram or TikTok. She's constantly hitting me up. Can we go do this? Can we? And like, she's young, she doesn't know, but she'll hit me up a convention. It's like in freaking Australia.
San
And I'm like,
Diego.
we're not going
I'm
to no
getting
damn
those.
Oh
Australia. for
well,
Comic-Con.
no, it's not this right. For me, is all right, girls. Your budget is $100, right? And then at the end of the fucking con, one of them is down 300, and the other one is like at 50 because can't find anything that she really wants, which is the youngest one. She's not really into this shit. She just wants to be there because we're all there. But the older one, if I can open up my bank account and just say you could have anything you want, she'll fucking
buy the
consume
whole
everything.
con.
Yeah,
Buy
everything.
the whole con.
And but no, the messed up thing about it, she goes there for the books, like dead ass. Like I think where did we
I
go?
bought her
Thing.
books.
How
Yes,
dare
I
she
bought her
read?
books.
Remember?
Damn her,
remember-
right? Educate
remember
herself.
Brain.
Remember the free book that we found that was autographed at the con?
Yeah, she still has it.
No, I still have it.
Oh, she had
I
one
still
too.
have it. It hasn't left my car since the con. It's in my glove box, right now.
That's why I only buy clothes at cons that I'm gonna wear, because I swear you just buy so much crap that just sits on a shelf, sits in like a closet, and it's like whatever.
Talking about clothes, I can't. I know Miguel's instantly gonna remember this. The shirt that you fuckers bought and didn't buy me one because it was the day that I didn't go was the Saitama, Goku, and Superman shirt. I still hate you fuckers for
Well, I
not
don't have
buying
it
me that
anymore.
fucking shirt. And then
Mm.
when I found it online and
Sounds
bought
good.
it came like 6 sizes too small. My daughter fit into it, so I still couldn't wear it. I
Send
fucking
me the
hate you fuckers
design.
for
Maybe I
that.
can print it for you.
That was when Comic Con actually had like independent artists. Now it's just all turtle tees.
Yeah.
Annoys me.
The Spider-Man shirt, Miles Morales shirt that we got last year, I love that shirt.
Oh yeah, that's like yeah. I noticed Disney wasn't there this year, which kind of pissed me off because some of the shirts were pretty cool. I got the She-Hulk one. I got two of the Spider-Man ones, the two different ones.
I got the free rent stuff. Free rent should have won Anime of the Year. Solo Leveling ripped it off. It's not as good as free rent, but I
You
get
don't
it.
think I bought anything
you're
last
fucking
time.
nuts.
Solo Leveling is not, and it's a fun. It's a great show, fun, very simple plot. Free rent is 100 times better. 100 times better.
100 times, bro. I'm with
Those
you.
are
Free
fighting
rent, good.
words.
But to say
Did you finish free
100
rent?
times better, I did
All
not
right,
finish free run. I finished free Solo Leveling, so come on.
Because Solo Leveling is
Which
the
one's
same
more
thing every week.
entertaining?
For me, free rent is more entertaining. Solo Leveling is more fun,
Ed,
but I can tell you
think
right now,
Marcus is behind
some of the
you.
battles are better in free rent. If you watch some of the battles are better animated in free rent towards the end of that series. You watch it. I'm telling you, the final battle in free rent kills any battle in Solo Leveling. Looks way better. It's
Okay.
way
Which
better.
one? Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one? Hold on.
Listen to me
What'd you
very
say?
Run.
carefully.
Free run?
For
Free rent.
free
Free
run.
rent.
Free run. Let me see.
It was advertised at last Comic Con.
Yeah, I have the shirt and the hat.
I do just so our listeners understand when I'm not on the podcast. I alternate weeks now. So 2 weeks from now, Miguel,
He's a
I'm gonna
part-timer.
finish free run, and we're gonna reapproach
Part-timer.
this discussion.
Don't half-ass watch it. Pay attention. Don't half-ass watch it. We're
I'll
doing
tell
other
you
things.
what. I tell you what. I promise you, I will restart it because
Okay.
I started before. I will
Good.
restart it so I know everything.
Is that it
Between
beyond
now-
Journey's End?
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beyond now and 2 weeks from now, we will retouch this discussion. I will take you at your word. I will give free run a shot, and we'll
We
have
should,
this discussion.
Listen, it's not just an action anime. There's so much more to it. So that's why it's not comparable that way. But I just think overall, it's superior. It's superior. Listen, I
Alright,
love
so
Solo Leveling.
two
I love
podcasts
Solo
from
I'm
Leveling.
not
now.
saying, I'm
We
not
gotta do
saying
a
I don't like free run.
follow up.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't like free run.
Yeah.
I will take you. I trust in your word. I
Mhm.
trust in your rating ability with anime.
Yeah.
We've established that much in our friendships with anime. Me,
Yeah.
you, and
We have similar
and
tastes.
the other Polanco brother.
We have similar tastes.
We have similar tastes or whatever, so I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
But I find it wild, and this is why I want to talk about it again. That you say the final battle is better than any solo level battle. This is what I find wild about your statement.
I think, yeah, I do. I do think it's. I'm not saying it's 100. Not like blows out, but I thought the last battle of Freeman, the last big major like battle, was better than any of the other solo leveling battles. Like it was number one. I would rate it.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
I'll give it a shot. I will give it a shot. What I'm watching right now, and my apologies to Lewis and Ed because they're not anime heads like me and Miguel are.
That's their fault.
I watch
that's their
anime,
fault.
but it's not what you guys watch.
You
Yeah, I bet.
hentai watching motherfucker.
I'll give you some recommendations for that later. Don't worry.
That's gonna be Jersey Medium After Dark.
Yeah. We already are after Dark Jersey Medium.
I'm watching Fire Force right now. I'm trying to catch up because I saw some recent.
It was recommended to me.
I watched some recent snips from the later seasons on TikTok that I saw some like dope stuff. So now I'm trying to. I'm starting. I'm still in the first season to give Fire Force a shot because I started it when it first came out, and like it's definitely an anime I should be watching because it's the type of anime I like to watch. I can't really give a
With a
reason
lot of
as to
fan
why I
service.
stopped.
A lot of fan service in that anime, I heard. Like really like awkward fan service too. That's what I keep hearing. Like,
Okay, bro. I hear you're on fan service. It's in there, but one of the I'm trying to think of the name. I'm gonna have to get back to you on the name of it. I'm gonna give you a name of anime that has such egregious fan service.
I heard
Like-
it's this Fire Force.
like- There's hentai and there's this anime right the freak there. Fire Force is like down here. This episode I'm about to get, this anime I'm about to give you is like right there. I was like, there's shit like I'm watching on there. I'm like, holy fucking shit, they really did that.
Okay.
It's freaking wild.
There is some.
Were there
weird
tentacles
stuff.
involved or something?
No, there's
Probably.
no tentacles involved.
No.
It's about that the 3.0 from the jacuzzi.
Oh,
The AI.
Oh. You
okay.
guys can talk shit all you freaking want. I will 100% be hanging out with Miguel again at his house and jump right into the jacuzzi right with him again. Like,
That's right.
With-
Listen,
with
it's a
3.0.
talk all the shit you want. That shit was fucking fun.
we're not wrapping legs. We're not scissoring. We got enough space in there. Don't worry about it.
They have another name for it apparently.
Dutch ruddery.
Docking.
Dutch
No,
rudder.
docking.
Dutch
It's called
rudder.
Docking.
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 Docking?
Yeah, look
You
it
know-
up. Look it up on Urban Dictionary.
No.
You don't touch our urban dictionary credentials. Me and Dave like
Docking.
just absolute degenerates. Absolute
God.
degenerates.
Why did I just read that definition? Dude, I love the way Google AI tries so hard.
Oh my god.
Google AI is just like, I think I know what it means, and here it is.
Here
For-
it is.
For the uninitiated, Urban Dictionary, docking is a sexual context that refers to it involving one man's penis being inserted into the foreskin of another man's penis.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
So you're gonna park in his docking
make-
station
You gotta
tonight.
make Star Trek noises. Star Trek noises.
Bro,
Oh, we need a phaser sound. Pew pew.
I love that me and Miguel are the only ones. Like, I said docking, Miguel instantly knew what
I had no clue that was a thing.
Instantly knew.
I did not know. How do you
Louis
guys know
had
what
no idea
docking
what I
is?
was talking
No,
about.
I've never done that. I never had an ambition to do that before.
Suddenly I have an urge.
I actually
Now I know
not
what
do
to
it.
do.
I'm sorry.
You recently did it. You said
No,
I
I
said
did
I
not
actually-
recently do it.
no. I'm talking about Miguel.
Now I know.
No, that's
Now I
why
have
I
something to
can't.
do after the Dutch rudder.
There you go.
Jesus
I think that should be the end of the
Jesus.
podcast. Docking, talking.
Oh,
That's
we're, uh,
Look at the end of the podcast.
the end of the podcast.
Chat, we're going out with a bang, or should I
Yeah.
say with a docking? Jesus
Yeah,
Christ!
with it down, we're going out with docking.
Thank God I did that in incognito mode. I can only imagine the suggestions I'm gonna get after doing that.
His algorithm is
Imagine you're at work, you do a Google search and the history pops up. So walks over like, what the hell are you looking at?
See, at least for me at work, when I'm looking up product for customers, like I have to look up docking stations a lot for laptops.
I bet you
So
do.
so now I have a whole new term that can go into that search phrase.
Yeah, I'm
All
looking
right.
for this new docking station. I'm sorry.
It's
What's
organic. It's an organic
organic?
docking station.
organic.
Orgasmic.
It's fucking kosher. It's a
Oh.
kosher sex act.
we're all fucking going to hell.
Actually, it
yes.
would not be a kosher sex act because it involves somebody being uncircumcised. So it's the opposite of kosher.
Leave it to
No,
Miguel for the
it's
the
foreskins.
semantics.
Foreskin to foreskin.
First of all, if you're Jewish, you don't have a foreskin.
Right.
So how can it be a kosher act if
Oh,
you're
you're
using
right.
foreskin?
You're right.
Hi, is this the
Come
forehead
on.
of security?
You're right.
Yep.
You're right.
And on
Thank
that
you.
note, we're
On
going to
that
wrap
note,
up this episode after we're talking
non-kosher.
about docking. We're gonna go dock in Jersey Medium After Dark. So thank you for joining us on episode 19. Tune in next week to just imagine what we're gonna do after we're docking.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. No. The fuck?
I just got him.
And-
Look,
and-
his mic
no,
arm
no.
is trying to dock.
Yo, and you know what? Hopefully next week I'll have a new arm.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't
Fucking the Bionic Commando over here.
look at this shit. Look at this shit.
All right,
All right.
have a good night.
Later. Peace out.
Peace out, everybody. See you next week.